Well, welcome back for another episode. Just old Derek again. Today we are going to play with a 6 horsepower International Harvester Famous. This engine has been on the channel before, but never really ran that great. I've had this engine for many years. When I had the engine, it had no compression. The cylinder was worn out pretty bad in it, so we picked this up at an auction out west from here, and so we got it run, but it was poor. So I pulled the cylinder off of it, got it freshly bored out. You would not believe it, but it's freshy. It's bored out, made a piston, everything. I'll get to that later, but I have a bit of history. When we got this engine, it was in the garage, got it running. Actually, for the first time, I didn't know that the cam gear was actually broken. So we had it running, just spinning, just recorded it, stopped recording. Oh, we heard a crack, bang. This gear broke, and you can still see in the flywheel where it smashed up against. I think it was a bolt back here broke, let go, smashed, and then that was it. I kind of didn't play with the engine for a while. Brought it out here, and I think I had it running once or twice, but I only had it running for a couple of minutes, and to do that with a fresh engine is not a good thing, because you don't get enough oil bedded into your cylinders, you don't seat your rings in, nothing, so it seized up on me again. So this time I'm gonna hook up the fuel pump and everything. I'm gonna let the damn engine run for an hour or two, or at least get the oil kind of bedded into the cylinder, get everything all lubricated, find what I did with the proper caps, and hope you have no more problem with it. I'm getting tired of taking this thing apart. I'm not gonna lie. So, but at the end of the episode, I hope this thing goes bang, starts running and stay that way. So I kind of like it. It has the original clutch pulley on it. I believe some of this engine's been pieced together. I don't know if that's the right base for it, but it all fits. It's gonna stay. But let's see the engine. I'll show you the work I did with the piston. I'll walk over here. Alright, here's the piston for the 6 horse Famous. You can see I put new grooves in. What I did, I sleeved the piston. You can see the old piston where it broke out. I guess something went in the back bearing or something, and the connecting rod hit the back and break the chunk out of the piston. At the time, I don't know, I didn't have the money to go get another piston casted up. So, but I did have a good chunk of cast, door bar, good cast. So I sleeved it, and then matched it to my proper size to my cylinder. And you can see I stepped it. I only took it down to this, whatever, down to this diameter, and then it went a little wider here, and you can see in the wrist pin. I've done this for a good half dozen engines, never had a problem. What I did, so I locked it, I put grub screws in here, and then pinned them over so it'll never fall apart. But you can see the edge right there, but that way I made my own rings. This is just one way. Now, the way things are now today, I'd probably just, I don't know, maybe just get one cast up. It's a lot of work to re-sleeve a piston. It can be done. So I've already cleaned this up. I just got to clean up the connection rod. I'm going to give the cylinder a good quick hone in, and we'll shove the piston back in the engine and start going from there. But I thought I'd just show you guys that you can sleeve a piston. It's just how much time and effort do you want to spend on things. So anyway, I was able pulled the head off of the Famous. Again, this head was rebuilt. This just comes back to me. I made brand new valve from scratch, and you can see how rusty and crusty. It's simply just me neglecting it. I run it for 5 minutes, and then that's what I did. I run it for 5-10 minutes, and then it sat for about 3-4 years. So you can see the water in there. No damage. I'm just going to clean it up. Change the valve. I'll clean them up again, and oil everything, and then put it back together. But this time I will take care of it. And I have rebuilt the carburetor already. It's cleaned, it's ready to go. So I'll clean these valves up and then see if we can start installing this guy back together. Well, it's been a couple of weeks since I've actually worked on this. Last time you guys saw the head, and I think the piston was still in the garage. I was cleaning the neglected stuff up again, so I've got it in. Piston back in. Head, I cleaned it, relapped it, and I did have this engine running again. It was just, we've had really hot weather, and well, the wind was like almost 100 miles an hour here, so you can see I still got branches all over the place. And I haven't been able to cut my grass, just being too hot. But this time I'm not going to neglect my engine. I'm tired of taking it apart. It's been apart too many times. But I have the timing a little set lazy on this, just so it doesn't kick back on me, because I haven't set up the this should be actually a decompression, a little bit of a hump here. You can see someone's grounded off, and then that's what slides that roll back for it offsets it, makes it kind of a decompression. It makes it easier to spin it over, and then when it fires over, you pull it off and run straight right on the lobe. But that's my next thing. I'm going to fix that. But my main thing was to get this thing running, and I ran it for about an hour through the week, a little here and there, and I finally got there. I can tell the rings are seating in. You can see I can rock the flywheel back and forth. It hits up against compression. I'm happy with that. So I couldn't do that last time. So this time I'm not going to neglect it. But I still have to hook up the fuel. I have the fuel pump, everything, the little attachment that runs the fuel pump. I don't know if I'm going to hook it up to the original fuel tank. Still in there, it doesn't leak. But I haven't decided that, or I might just run a little jerry can, put a little tank in the front of it and run off of that. Just because gasoline goes so bad, and it's not easy to get to that tank under there. But yeah, I guess we'll fire this up, and like I say, I'm not taking this guy apart again. I'm tired of doing that, so I'll set you up on the camera, on the tripod, and then we'll fire this guy up. And it's running good, but it's not perfect yet. Once I get everything hooked up, then I'll start dialing everything in. But everything's going forward. I'm pretty happy so far. So anyway, fire this thing up. Okay, I'm gonna throw some gas down the carb, and you'll see why I like my engine with good compression. If you have good compression, it will start good. You don't have to sit there and wind and wind and wind. It drives me nuts. Okay, hook, power, a little bit of gas, choke. I'll probably have to wind it over 2 or 3 times, and it should fire. Hope the fingers are crossed. go. That's why I like having a good engine with good compression, good spark. Doesn't take much to start it. Like I say, I can still dial this thing in more, but it's just get me going on it. So next time we'll put the fuel pump on it. But you can see how easy that is to start. And I'll get the timing up better. But oh, guess that would help. Yeah, I've got it oiling a little fast, so just feed everything in. I'm not too worried about oil. Oil's your friend on this thing. And I have the cap for it somewhere, just gotta find them. I have a fender. I think this is a 100% complete engine I have. So. But there you guys go. Yeah, the only thing I don't have is a spark saver. That I'll see about getting one. So, I guess I'll leave the video as this, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.